Hey guys, I've told you all a lot about my life in previous videos, but today I'm going to give you a better picture of where I came from. My name is Taylor Robbins, and I'm going to draw my life and tell you about the adventures that have gotten me this far. So, it all started on February 7th, 1997, when my mom gave birth to me, and then a minute later, to my twin brother. I can't imagine what was going through her head on that day, other than the fact that she had the coolest kids on the block. My mom is one of the strongest people I've ever met in my entire life. Her name's Tina. I've lived in the small town of Amory, Mississippi ever since then. Of course, with Mississippi, several things come to mind: the Bible Belt, southern accents, hospitality, and just plain southern charm. Not to mention the best home-cooked meal you'll ever have. My brother and I brought the family total up to 5, including my father, my mom, my older brother Jordan, me, and my twin brother Tucker. We were a happy family. When I was little, I didn't know many struggles or problems. We went on a lot of vacations to the Gulf Coast and spent a lot of time out on the beach just hanging out in the sun. Besides the beach, other times we'd go up to the mountains in Tennessee. The vacations we spent there are some of the fondest memories that I have of my childhood. It's really where I developed my sense of adventure. Everything was good. We were good. And things were going to continue to be good. Or so I thought. Unfortunately, I was wrong. When I was around 10 years old, my mom sat me down on our front porch and told me that her and my father were getting a divorce. The separation of my parents took a greater toll on my brothers and I than I could have ever imagined at the time. It took my childhood and turned it into something completely different. All the happy memories and fun vacations that we had were now gone. It forced me to grow up. My father moved down to the Mississippi coast, and my brothers and I stayed in Amory with our mom. Of course, that meant that my childhood with my father was now over, and the times of us being a normal family were gone. Around this time is also when my family started having financial troubles, and even though I didn't quite understand what was going on, this is the first time I started to experience depression, and ask myself why things had to happen the way they were. My brothers and I spent most of our summers on the beach with our father. It was a bit of an adjustment, being so far away from home, but still calling this place home. But we made it work. The summer after my 5th grade year, the 3 of us signed up to take sailing lessons at the local yacht club. All of us had a natural talent for being out on the water, and so one day, after everyone had gone home for the day, we took a few boats out alone for some extra practice. Of course, one thing led to another, and our fun afternoon out on the water quickly became a nightmare I soon wouldn't forget. While prepping one of the boats on the beach, the wind shifted. Next thing I knew, I was sitting on the ground with a handful of blood and teeth where the sail's pole had caught me as it came about. I lost the majority of my front teeth on that day, some completely destroyed and others shattered and cracked. It's one of the most traumatic experiences that I've ever been through in my entire life. It took months of dental work and painful procedures to repair most of the damage. Today, I have a bridge of 3 false teeth across the top of my mouth and another one on the bottom. Others were able to be repaired, and I was given a brand new smile. I started middle school the semester after, and if I wasn't self-conscious before, I was now with a mouthful of fake teeth. It terrified me, and I started feeling as if everyone was staring. I threw myself into creative writing and music that year, searching for ways to express myself and the things that I'd been through. I fell in love with the trombone in the school band, which eventually developed into me playing baritone in high school. Music was always one of the ways that I found best to express myself and let go of all the stress I'd been holding. Of course, later in middle school was also when I started to question my sexuality and began to look at guys in a romantic way, and I started to think that maybe I was gay. It terrified me to think those things, and once again, I fell into depression as I searched for an explanation of why I felt the way I did and why these things were happening to me. That bridged its way into high school and my coming out story. If you aren't familiar with that part of my life, you can click here or here to hear the story of how I came out and also for my emotional experience as I came out. Finally, senior year came, and with it came a lot of new friends and experiences that I hadn't been expecting, but that I'm glad that I found. One of which was meeting my first boyfriend. We kind of rushed into things, and after a year of dating each other off and on, as well as a lot of heartbreak in between on my end, I decided to end things and start my freshman year of college fresh without him. So, that brings us up to last summer, which is also the summer that I decided to start my YouTube channel. I wasn't really sure what I was going to make videos about, but I thought that if there was a way I could help even one person by sharing my experiences and possibly change their life for the better, I should. So I started making videos and spreading my positive message of today is a new adventure, let's go, and have an adventure today. I thought it was something worth sharing. I'm here today to tell you that no matter what you're going through, it gets better. Life may have you down right now, but if you stay positive and look for the light, you will find it. Happiness is all around you and comes in many unexpected ways if you're willing to let it in. I started practicing yoga and fell in love with the German language after I started college. I also made a ton of loyal friends who have honestly changed me for the better. And recently, I've even started talking to an amazing guy that honestly makes my heart melt. And this can be you. I went through a lot of things to get where I am today, and it was scary at times. But what's important is that I didn't give up. We're all playing this game of life together, and I don't want to see you lose. No matter what you're going through, no matter what thoughts are in your mind or what feelings you have right now, just know that all of them together are going to get you where you're supposed to go. So, this is me in my funny stick figure kind of way, and that's my story, or some of it at least. If you want to learn more about me, click the box and it'll take you to another one of my videos. Also, feel free to comment, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with my journey. So, just remember, I love you guys with all my heart, and I'm always here for you, whatever you need. Thanks for watching me draw my life, but that's going to be it for this video. And I will see you guys later.